video will be a match analysis that shows all the tactics in my match against my friend Joy. Some fun facts: we're both students at UT and we're co-presidents of the Texas Table Tennis Club. Joy has a lot of accolades to her name. She's played on cadet national team, junior national team. These pictures were both taken from the NCTTA National Collegiate Table Tennis Association tournaments, and UT has placed, I think, 8th or 9th at college nationals for the past few years. And Joy and I have been playing on the team for our entirety of our college careers. You'll notice that during this first point, I served a little bit too long, and Joy got to loop, and I wasn't ready to counterattack. I adjust my strategy here by serving a short topspin. Immediately, you notice that Joy plays really fast and cuts your recovery time. To slow down the rally, I start this point with a deep, heavy push. Notice that this point is similar to the first point of the match, except now I'm ready to block after I serve half long. Joy's backhand is really deadly, and I gave it right to her in this one. Notice that during these last 2 points, I controlled the rhythm very well and played slow, spinny balls. I'm also targeting Joy's backhand with heavy underspin because she's not as comfortable to loop it. This is a smart serve by Joy because she lost the past few points from underspin, and she just initiated the rally this time with a long serve to the backhand. Joy's exposed me a few times with that backhand cross court to the wide forehand, which is a lefty special. I'm a pretty good counterer, so a lot of times I can serve half long like this and just prepare to block or counterattack. Joy also has a really steady block, so you have to be very careful. Even if you have a seemingly easy open opportunity, you have to place the ball really well. Notice that this serve was not off the end of the table on the left-hand side, so she was not able to use forehand to loop it like she'd been doing in the past. You can see that Joy's being a lot more aggressive with her attacks in this game versus game 1 because I was able to counter her too much in the previous game. After I noticed that, I got a point on the board by pushing short so that she can give me a loose ball that I can loop first. And I do that for 2 consecutive points in a row, but I wasn't able to execute the second time. So this is an important point in the match because I've been able to counter or block Joy pretty easily in the first game, but this time I'm totally out of position and I'm not able to counter at all. So what changed? Look how Joy changed the position of the loop on my half-long serve. It's deep to the forehand, which I was not prepared to block, so I'm going to have to adjust my strategy. I keep this underspin serve much tighter so that I can get the initiation. Joy's serve and attack is much better in this second game, so my serve receive needs to be a lot more tight in order to neutralize it. As I'm down 7-2, I really need to focus on changing my strategy in this game going into the rest of the match. By keeping my serves and receives at least 2 bounces on the table, I was able to collect a series of points with my loops, so Joy needs to change something now. This point was really critical for Joy because she'd been up 7-2 and now the score is almost even at 7-6. So notice how she pushed with side spin. This did not allow me to loop comfortably. I've won 3 of the last 4 points with my backhand loop. So Joy is very uncomfortable to push now, which is what caused her to dump this serve. While I set up this rally pretty well by pushing half long and then waiting for the counter, I even made a pretty decent counter. The location was terrible. It was straight to Joy's backhand, which is she can block that any day. So I really made a poor choice here at 8-all. Notice how Joy starts her serve with topspin because she almost lost the last one and she's a little bit scared of getting countered. This topspin serve won me several points in the last game too, and you can see that Joy's pretty frustrated because she realizes it as well. At 10-9, this serve and attack was really critical, and I butchered it because I was only thinking so much about being aggressive, I didn't think about the placement whatsoever and put it directly into Joy's forehand. Her forehand and backhand are just easy blocking zones for her. I realized that my passive blocks in the past few games had never worked, so I was really trying to do active, spinny blocks during this game. Here again, you can see that my passive blocks give Joy way too much time and she's able to outplay me easily. Once again, I did not place the ball well, and Joy's able to abuse that wide forehand corner that's the weakness of every righty against a lefty. An important thing is to always prepare after you do a shot, like when you serve or when you push. Here I pushed heavy and deep to the forehand and did not prepare for a quality attack, which is what caused me to get passive. We have a bit of role reversal here. In this game I was up 5-2 and I lost my lead because Joy started to control the rally really well, and now she's playing much more aggressively, and I'm not able to counter or initiate an attack. I realized that I was getting outplayed close to the table, so I tried to borrow some time by backing up a little bit, and it paid off in this point, even though that's not where I'd like to be. I had to remind myself to be aggressive so that Joy wouldn't get to control the attack, which is why I looped this half-long serve. I collected 3 or 4 points with my heavy topspin short serve, and I saved it to close out the game. Alright, sorry guys, the phone died before I could finish recording the match, but I can tell you how the rest of it pretty much went. I had to focus on my placement and keeping my short receive very short, or pushing long with heavy backspin, or serving half long so that I can get a weaker open from Joy, weaker topspin open, and then I could counterattack it. But even when I counterattack, I have to be very wary of where I'm placing the ball. I need to make sure it's either in the middle of where she's standing, so she gets jammed in the elbow and can't make a quality counterattack on my counterattack, or I have to put it very, very wide, so she has to reach and lunge to get the ball back, and I can set up the ball for an easy kill. Another thing that you might not have seen in this match, because I thought about it beforehand and tried to neutralize it, was Joy's really heavy forehand push receive and backhand push receive. She has really good short game to push super long and low so that it slides on the table, and it's really hard to even loop this ball with quality. Or she can place it very short on the table, so you come lunging in and she gets to have a good open attack. But in order to prevent that, I was not serving short underspin so that she could just control me. I had to serve half long so she made a weaker open so I can counter, or I would serve topspin short so that she doesn't have the opportunity to chop that ball. And that allowed me to avoid that short game that she's better than me at. Also, if I were to serve short with underspin, I have to really make sure that it's unexpected. I can't serve 2 underspins in a row, otherwise she's going to get in the zone and just chop me to death. So I have to mix in underspin with topspin to keep her guessing, as well as receiving her serve with short underspin push or long underspin push to keep her guessing. So these variation of tactics help me win this match, and I hope that it's going to help you with your matches too. Please like and subscribe, and let me know if you want to see matches and analysis like this in the future, or if you have suggestions of any matches, professional or non-professional, that you want me to do.